my limit order at 20.51 and it bounced at 20.55. So it missed me by 4 cents. The market turned right then, and then we also had S3 on this sitting right about here. So it didn't quite get there. And unfortunately, I had my limit order set out, but I wasn't looking at that screen because I was focusing on Netflix at the time. So it missed me and it went, and that's okay. It ended up being a 17-hour day anyways. This would have put me way over that, and I don't know if my ego can handle it. What is up? It is Friday and it has been quite a week in the markets. Let's do a little trade recap of today, which was a really great day. I ended at like 17R and all my trades went as planned. So yeah, let's go through them. Okay, so this morning, the SPY, let me put it on the daily because this is what I saw this morning on the SPY. Yesterday we had that big sell-off at the end of the day, and this morning we were coming down into S6 on the daily. So I was thinking, we've got this huge range right here, and we're to the lower end of it. Maybe in the morning maybe at some point today we might get some sort of bounce. And then when I zoomed in, let's go to the 5-minute chart. It's probably really hard to see, but there's a little dotted blue line right here, and that is S6 on the daily. So I saw that yesterday after we had this huge sell-off, we touched it, right? Like in the aftermarket, in the after hours, and we never really touched it again, right? We're just kind of like hanging out above it, and it didn't feel like enough of a touch to me. So this morning, my thesis was, at some point, maybe after a little push in the open, we might get a retest of S6 on the daily. And then, if we lose that, we've got S3 on the intraday. So I'm expecting more of a sell-off at the open and then maybe a bounce a little bit later in the morning. So that's how I was playing it. So I was looking for something to short when we open, and then I was looking for something to set limit orders out to play long later in the day or in the morning. So this morning, really liked a couple things, actually. I liked 3 things, but we'll start with Billy. I have been watching this. Let me take these pivots off because they get too messy. Let me bring this out. Okay. So on the weekly on Billy, I've been watching this. We've got this range that was kind of set here a while ago, back in the summer, fall of last year. And we're right back in that area. And we're in a downtrend on the weekly. We're also in a downtrend on the daily. And if you look at Billy, there's really no other range until you get down here. So I'm thinking, we've broke below it. If we come back and retest it, that might be a good place to take a short down towards this area. Obviously, it's not going to happen all in one day, but, it's a decent strategy to take a short off of, at least for me. Also, check out my sweet new hoodie. I'm like super obsessed with it from BBT. All right, so that was my plan this morning, or that was what I've been looking at with Billy for like the past week. So then when we get into today and yesterday, so, Billy doesn't typically get like a lot of volume during the day, but yesterday it was really in play, right? So this is the level, this yellow line right here. And yesterday I broke above it, and I actually almost caught this little bounce right here, but I didn't hit my limit order in time. That's okay. So this morning, I saw that, we're hanging out right around this level. And like I said, my thesis is that the SPY is going to go retest the bottom of the range before it decides to pop up. Just because we're so close to it and it hasn't really tested it all that much. So that's what I was looking for. And that is how I wanted to play this. So this was the only one that I wanted to short at the open. I wasn't really into anything else. A lot of things were really extended from levels that I wanted to play since yesterday's sell-off. So we'll zoom into this. All right, so Billy. So we've got this level right up here. As soon as the market opened, I was like, I want to be short in this, and so I hit in. It had quite a big spread this morning. I think it was like 13 cents or something. It was pretty wild. But I knew that felt okay being in it as long as we didn't lose the top of this area. We had R3 actually sitting up here on the intraday as well. So, you know, the SPY could pop in the morning and like make this struggle a little bit, but because the daily's in a downtrend, the weekly's in a downtrend, I think the SPY might test the bottom of the range again before we get a little bit of a pop. You know, I'm very short biased on this, but I knew that if it lost up here, I would just get out. So I hit in on this, and I actually hit in again, like up here. Let me zoom in on this because this is definitely too tiny to see. Let's go here. So I hit in here right when we lost this level, so the level's right here. I actually hit in again when we were like up here, but the timing the spread was so terrible. I had so much slippage and I got filled down here, but you know, it is what it is. I was still around the level and I felt fine. And yeah, I got filled, and then my plan was, let me show you this. Okay, so this little corner of this box right here, that's the lower end of the range on like the higher time frames, like on the weekly that I was showing you. And I knew that, you know, if we lost it, here we are right here, that, you know, we'd probably come down and test at, like the bottom of this. That's a terrible slanted line, but you know, you get the point. So that, you know, there's a pretty good chance we'll get to the bottom of this. But I saw this right here and I was like, I think a move to here is enough for me. Like that, I'm just gonna call it there. And that's exactly what I did. You can see it kept going actually, which is awesome. The RVOL was a little low on it this morning, so I wasn't sure if it would actually go past that. And for, you know, just risk purposes and, you know, maximizing my return, I just thought I'll just get all out. But yeah, I actually, I took a little partial above the level on the 15-minute chart, so it's probably not as easy to see, but do you have feelings, Celine? Okay. Shush. So I took a little partial here, and then the SPY started to turn around, so I just decided to get all out. This was my target anyways. I didn't take any partials on the way down. I was just like, I'm going all the way to the target unless I see something crazy happen or the SPY turns sooner or, you know, whatever. So that's what I did, and then just chopped around for a while before making another move. But, you know, that was like a, you know, 2.5 point move or something like that without any partials. So that was a really great play this morning. And then the next one that I played was Netflix. So this, obviously yesterday, a lot of people were watching it. We had this huge sell-off after earnings. I think it was earnings, right? I don't know. Yes, something. I know things happened. So we had this huge sell-off. And if you go to the weekly chart, you have this beautiful, and I mean, this is a freaking beautiful range. Like, come on. We've got this. Like, this to me is a very sexy area that's never been retested. And like, now we're real close to it. And I'm like, you are a sexy area, and this is where we're going to play. So the SPY sold off to go retest S6 this morning. I set a limit order out for a bounce at this level. And so on the first try, I got stopped out, and you know, whatever, that's fine. The SPY wasn't quite ready yet. I'll actually bring this over here because if you look at the SPY at that time, let me bring this up. And this is about here. So I know there's like a lot of crap on this chart, but here is that S6 level on the daily that I was talking about. This is right around the time I got filled on Netflix. And unfortunately the SPY didn't hold, so I got stopped out, and you know, that's fine. There was also a large bid sitting at 180 on Netflix, so I think it just was like kept needing to fill that a little bit. But then, you know, we get close to S3 on the intraday, right? So couldn't find support at S6, finally got the bounce at S3, and you know, at the same time, we're at the top of that range on Netflix, or at the top, yeah, well, the bottom of the day, but the top of the range on the weekly chart. And I was just so confident in this level with the SPY turning around that, you know, I felt good about entering again. I entered right at the level knowing that, like, you know, we could, if we lost this, like, I would just get out of it because it wasn't ready to hold. And my target on this was, I did 50% of the move from the open. So the high of the day to the low of the day, 50% was right around here, which was also VWAP. So that was my first target, and I took some off there. And then and it was also like a little bit of a level on the daily. And then my all out was here. So we've got the bottom of this range in the pre-market. And, I partial thinking, just in case it pops through, I thought maybe I could get another one around 405, which it did end up getting up there, but I didn't have that many shares left. So I was just like, I'll just get all out of this. I don't need to sit around waiting for a few shares to go. But, yeah, because here's what I was thinking. So when we got that bounce, if you zoom into here, we've got this range that got set in the pre-market. So you've got, the top of this and the bottom of this. So I'm going to see the bottom of this as resistance on the intraday. And, it did get up and, test the middle of it before coming back down. And yeah, it kind of worked out exactly like I thought it would. So that ended up being a decent trade on Netflix. And then the only miss today, unfortunately, was I had a plan to play Ford. So Ford on the weekly looks like this. I actually think it even looks better on the daily. Yeah. So we've got this range, right, on the daily, and it sold off yesterday with the market, and we're coming back down into it. So it's a very similar play that I was thinking about, like with this as compared to Netflix. So I'm thinking, the SPY sells off in the morning a little bit, goes down to test the bottom of the range, and hopefully pulls this down to the top of this daily weekly range, and then we'll get a bounce off of it with the market. And that's exactly what I was playing. That's how I played Netflix as well. And the nice thing about Ford that was also working as an advantage here was that it's still sort of in an uptrend on the daily. I mean, the moving averages are starting to sort of roll over. But the weekly is also still in an uptrend. So you've got that working for you for a long. And then, yeah, unfortunately it missed me by 4 cents. So my level, I had it set at, my level set at 2050. So that's the top of that range on the daily weekly charts. And then I set my limit order at 2051 and it bounced at 2055. So it missed me by 4 cents. The market turned right then. And then we also had S3 on this sitting right about here. So it didn't quite get there. And unfortunately, I had my limit order set out, but I wasn't looking at that screen because I was focusing on Netflix at the time. So it missed me and it went, and that's okay. It ended up being a 17-hour day anyways. This would have put me way over that, and I don't know if my ego can handle it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was a good day, and hopefully you guys closed out the week good as well. And I'll check you next week. Peace.